And that's a really, really popular philosophy today. See, back to the idea I was speaking a little bit earlier. We're all God, right? This is what the yogis tell us. Hey, they came from India, man. They know everything. You know, got to be the truth. Guys from India, he's got a long beard, white hair. You know, wears robes too. Got an ashram, many followers. Got to be telling the truth. He says we're God. He says he's God, and we're all God. Now, he did mention to me that the difference between himself and myself is he knows it and I don't. But he says you can know it just like me, then you can be like me. Of course, that's not good for the guru, because then I become as good as the guru. What do I need guru for? See, if I'm God and he's God, and now he's brought me to the point where I'm just the same as him, then I don't need him anymore. So that cuts off maybe some revenue. But anyway, why pursue a path that's not going to lead us to what we're looking for? You go down the wrong path, you go down the wrong path. So the Vedas, under the guidance of true perfect masters and teachers who don't tell us things that are not correct, tell us you are only going to find what you're looking for in a loving relationship with the Supreme Person, the Supreme Lord. This is the design. We can't change the design. Unfortunately, we always try to. Always trying to make it different than how it really is. Why? Because we want to be God. Remember, we have all the qualities of the Supreme Lord, and therefore we have this tendency to want to be number one, to be the controller, to be the authority. See? And this leads us into bad places. It brought us into the material world, and it takes us into lifetime after lifetime of failure. And failure could mean two things. One is, I don't find this happiness and satisfaction and love that I'm looking for. And the number two failure is, I'm still in the material world. I don't go back to my original home in the spiritual world. I'm still here on the wheel of birth and death, experiencing again and again the four problems of life: birth, disease, old age, and death. We all have those four problems. We have all kind of problems, but nobody really, is trying to solve the major problems of birth, disease, old age, and death. Birth is a problem. We don't see it like that. Under our illusion, covered by all of this contamination and misunderstanding, many times we see birth as a wonderful thing. Oh, a wonderful thing. Not true. See? The soul is not designed to be in the material world. Taking birth indicates I failed last time. In my last life, I didn't make it out. I'm still here. And my taking birth is proof that I failed. I'm having to repeat the grade again. See? So birth, just by its nature, is very painful. There's a lot of suffering involved. In the womb, the baby suffers immensely. See? We suffered in the womb a lot. The baby's in there, he's in a small little space, and the more he grows, the more cramped it gets. He's actually, in the later stages, trying to get out. Hey, let me out of here. And the mom said, oh, my little baby, feel he's kicking. Oh. The baby's not feeling so wonderful about it. You see, I gotta get out. And actually it's stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is one of our Vedic truths, that in the womb the baby actually cries out to God, please help me out of this crazy, stressful situation. If you allow me to escape from this, I will serve you, I will be with you. And then, of course, after some time, as arranged by nature, boom, we leave the womb. Shot down the birth canal, head this big, canal this big. You ever seen a newborn baby? They don't look too good. Twisted, pink, and You say, hey man, where you been? What happened? Oh, don't talk about it. I don't want to go there. So painful we forgot it. Anybody remember being in the womb? Huh? We don't forget. Nature's arrangement. We don't remember that, but it's a reality. And then, very interesting thing, one time I gave a lecture in Moscow and I talked about this. After the lecture, this man came up to me and he said, you know when you were talking about life in the womb and all that? I said, yeah. He said, you know, I do remember life in the womb. I remember being born. I remember my mom taking me and putting me on her breast. I remember my first drink of milk. I said, wow, amazing. Can you describe it for me? And he described it almost word for word as it is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Not that I had any doubts before that, but it's just additional confirmation. See? But again, we don't remember. We forget all these things. See? That's one of the things that keeps us in illusion, forgetfulness. You see? We don't remember the pain. See? One little bit of pleasure, oh, we remember that. But so intense pain, after time, when they say time heals all pain, we kind of forget. That's why we don't remember our last lives. See? If I could remember all the past lives I've had and the pains and the sufferings and the deaths and all those disappointments and the broken hearts and the, destroyed relationships and all those things, how could I enjoy in this life? How could I be optimistic about this birth? I couldn't. But I don't remember. And so I come out of the womb, I look at the world through rose-colored glasses. I'm the enjoyer. This is my world. This is my home. I'm number one here. And I say, wow, I'm going to have a good time. I'm the controller. And right away, I begin by controlling Mom. I figure out right away, if I scream and cry and, make a lot of noise, she comes running. Middle of the night, whatever, she comes running. See, I got you in my grasp. You see. And I continue. I grow up and I continue to control, trying to control. Then I get more, freedom, and my range of control expands, and et cetera, et cetera. And that's the game we all play. See. And when we can't control, we're very disappointed. And when we can control, we're still disappointed because it didn't produce the happiness I thought it would. You see. It's all illusion. It's all fake. It destroys our life. See. Again and again. So there's birth. There's disease. We get disease whether we like it or not. See. No matter what kind of diet we follow, how pure we live, what water we drink, the cleanest country we live in, doesn't matter. We're all going to get sick. It's part of the plan. See? And every little sickness is so unpleasant. Just a little cold. See, a little flu. Oh, it's so unpleasant. See? But hey, that's the way it is. So there's disease. And then if we get through the first two obstacles, then we come to number 3, old age. Not fun. People say, oh, what are you worried about? That's the golden years. That's coined by some guy in a young body. Talk to the old people. Go to the old age home. Oh, how you like old age? Congratulations, It's hell. I've been to many old age homes. I was just in one 2 weeks ago. See? And we went there to try to give the people mantras, chanted to these people who are at the last stage in this body before they meet the final problem, death. That's a big problem. We don't even want to talk about death. We don't even want to think about it. We're in denial about it. We spend our whole life trying not to die, and we do anyway. See? What do we do? Oh, I got to eat. Why? Because if I don't, I'll die. Oh, I'm afraid to do this. Why? Because I might die. You see? Why am I looking when I cross the street? Because if I get hit by a car, it'll kill me. See? Oh, there's going to be a war. Oh, why am I afraid? Because it might die. See, we're all afraid of death. And we spend our whole life trying to avoid it, and we can't. We die anyway. And then it starts again. This is the wheel we're on. It's not the wheel we should be on. It's the wheel we're told by the Vedas to get off of. But while we're on the wheel, all of our natural tendencies come out. And so our need for a relationship just manifests itself again and again and again. Because we're gregarious people, we need relationships.